guess we didn't know a lot about him, Steve and I didn't until later. We were walking through our hospital here about 7 or 8 years ago, and my dad's picture was in the hallway, in one of the hallways. And I think I had heard my mom talking about him being on the hospital board. But, what really shocked us, he was chairman of the board for a year. And I couldn't believe that. Here's a guy that would say 3 words to you in the morning, when you would come into the office and everything. And he was chairman of the board. I can't see him conducting a meeting. So every time I think of that, and when I need to stand up and say something and speak, I think of my dad. I thought, well, he did it somehow, so I can do it somehow. But, in all seriousness, we do appreciate everybody being here, and, I have a great affection for Harrison. And, I grew up here. I was born in Springfield because my mom had complications of childbirth, but I lived in Harrison. I lived in Harrison for 45 years. I went to, high school here, and, went to college at the university, and then came back and worked with my dad, in 1971. And, then a few years later, Steve and I were fraternity brothers at the university. And, about a year or so later, I kind of talked him into coming and visiting Harrison and seeing what it was like. And he kind of liked it, and I'm not too sure what he thought of my dad at the time, but, but anyway, he liked it. Fortunately, he stayed with us, and we were able to build a good business relationship and a good company. But I have to give all due credit to my dad, too, in the beginning. And he did start something that obviously we were able to finally evolve. We had a lot of rocky roads along the way, but finally evolved into a very successful business. And, and when it comes to education, one thing that's very important to me, in fact, I kind of say I'm dedicating my half to my father, because he only had an 8th grade education. He grew up, he was born in Everton, grew up in Raleigh Hill, and and went on to be fascinated by the oil business, but the 8th grade was as far as he went education-wise. And one reason education is important to me, in kind of this mid-range level, in that people don't have to go 80, 100 miles away to get a good education and a good business background. They can get it right here at North Ark. And I think that's very important. And it's one of the more important things to me, because I don't think a person can be successful in today's world with an 8th grade education. Well, with all the technical skills needed and the business skills needed in today's world, I don't think it would happen again. So I'm grateful to be a part of that, and I'm grateful to be a part of the partnership that Steve Turner and I have had. And I don't get to speak of that very often, but he's been an amazing partner, and quite honestly, we wouldn't be doing this today. We wouldn't have been to this level of success without him. And it's been an amazing partnership. We're going to continue for a few more years, hopefully, doing this, and we're still active in business. And I was a resident here for 45 years. I'm not currently a resident, but Harrison is still home to me, and I want to